Hi everyone, I'm Devi Daily. Welcome to our Yin Yoga tutorial focusing on the warrior flow. We're going to break this sequence apart into pieces, into digestible pieces. We're going to be working quite a bit on the thighs, the quads, the glutes, getting a lot of energy moving in this area, lots of lunging movements, and then a lot of balancing as well to pull this one together. So let's dive in. Begin with your legs hips width apart. And stand up tall, closing the eyes, letting the arms relax down at the sides. Feeling into your breath as you come into this standing meditation, 1 minute to feel the body, to feel your breath, to feel your feet on the earth, to feel your spine lengthening up into the sky. And allowing your eyes to open and stepping your feet to a wide distance, not super duper wide, just kind of medium wide. And now bring your hands onto your hips and start to move your pelvis side to side, warming up the hip bones, tilting and tilting. Good, and now start to bring this back to center and bend over your right knee. So I'm doing the mirror image of what you're going to be doing. I'm bending over my left. I'm going to say right, and that's going to make it easy for you as we build this sequence to do a mirror image. So bend now into your left knee and bend into your right knee. And notice how far you can go without lifting up your heel. Might not be very far. Notice if you play around with the angle of your feet, coming back to the right. If you play around with how the toes are angled, does it enable you to go a little bit farther without lifting the heel? And coming up and then moving to the other side. Again, adjusting the foot to whatever angle feels right. There's no magic formula here that the toes, as we come back to the right, there's no rule that the toes have to be straight out to the side or any particular angle at all. And back over to the left side. Good, come back up to the center. And now go ahead and let the heel lift up and see what happens. See if you have a different range of motion here, most likely you do. And then come back up to center and then over the second side. Let the heel lift up and come back up. Good. And back over to the second side. And now come back up to the center and take your hands onto your hips and just hinge forward, elephant pose, relax into a forward bend. And soften down through the heart, through the head, and through the spine. Stretching into the backs of the legs here. And the same thing now, tick-tock with the pelvis, side to side, right hip, left hip. See how much micro movement you can get here without even moving your feet or legs, just moving the hips. And bring this back to the center. And now start to bring that lunge into this forward bending position. Bend over your right knee and see how far you can go again without lifting the heel. And then come to the second side and see how far you can go till you start wanting to lift the heel up. So just notice, second time, without lifting the heel. Notice how far your hips go down. So it's maybe a little bit farther than when you were standing upright because you have the weight of the torso moving forward here helping you. You have the hands on the ground helping you. So this time as we come to the right, go ahead and let the heel lift and see if you have more range of motion. Maybe dropping all the way down. It depends on the flexibility of your legs. You could let these toes come up on this extended leg if it feels good. And now come back up to the center and over to the second side. So when we come down all the way like this and let the heel, for some of you, you can keep your heel on the ground the whole time and still drop in like this. This is called a yin dragon or a side dragon. This is a side dragon. There's a lot of lunge-like things called dragon as we're going to be exploring here in the next few moments. So back to the first side. Once again, you can drop down, keep your torso forward or lift it up more. Let it be an exploration of the squat, of the lunge. And back over to the second side, letting the heel lift up if it needs to. Good. Come back up to the center. And now start to bring a little bit more energy into the thighs by lifting your arms out to either side as you come over to the side. And your choice now if you keep the heel on the ground or let it lift up some. But we'll keep it in this more muscular range, which means not sinking down, dropping into the yin dragon, but instead keeping the thighs active, staying in your power position. You can feel that there's a place where you start to lose your power. Don't go past that place. And back over to the second side. Continuing to explore your feet, the angles of the feet and toes. They don't have to be forward or out at any certain angle. It's really going to be different for every person. And that's a really important thing to understand about your own body moving into these warrior flows. Good. Okay, bring it back up to the center. Step the feet back together. Hands on the hips, and now come into a forward bend here. Relaxing through the head, through the spine. Step the feet apart. Come into elephant pose, and now elephant twist with your left hand on the ground, right arm coming out and up over the head. Turn your gaze up to the sky. And back down to the center and second side. So just releasing the thighs and quads a little bit. Back to the center. We'll take this left hand now on the floor toward the opposite foot. You decide how much. Maybe it's on the foot. And twist again, right arm up. Back down to the center and second side. So bring it back down to the center. And now taking the legs into this side lunge once again. And make sure your stance isn't too wide. So I'm going to narrow mine just a little bit. That's going to make this next popping up movement that we do easier. And so with the feet like this, what we're going to do is end up standing over there on that left leg, balancing with this right knee in the air. Ready to try it? 1, 2, 3, boom. And so it might take some time to find your balance. Once you find it, come back down into that low lunge. And we'll do that a few more times. So 1, 2, 3, pop up. And it can really help to fix your gaze on an unmoving spot to help with your balance. Your arms are here to help you. Your arms are your friend, right? And so bring it back down into that side lunge over the right knee. And again, 1, 2, 3, pop it up. See what leg muscles need to engage for this to happen. And then you got to just find your balance when you get here. Take it back over, bend into the right knee. One more time. 1, 2, 3, pop up. Okay. Now, second side. So wide stance, bend over the left knee. Again, maybe not super duper wide with the legs. You can bring it in a little. And now get ready. 1, 2, 3, push off and balance. Yeah. And back down, bending the knee. And so really fire up with your mind. Fire up this left thigh. 1, 2, 3, and push to come up. Excellent. Come back down. And 1, 2, 3, push. And back down one last time. 1, 2, 3, push. Okay, and back to your wide stance. Now, turning into these dragon poses with the hips more square over your right knee. So, what do the toes need to do here? They can be straight forward and back, but they don't have to be. And that's kind of our more standard yoga alignment is forward and back, but we mess with that quite a bit here in the yang practice. You can have your toes angled out 45 degrees or more, and that can make your balance quite a bit easier. So find the right angle of your foot. This is reaching warrior pose. When we take the left arm forward, right hand, for now, is just going to be on the hip. Reaching warrior. And now come back up, hands on the hips, and shift your feet and do the same pose to the second side. Right arm forward. Good, bring it back up, second side. And then back up and over to the first side again. Left hand forward with the palm open. And inhale and exhale. Start to move with your breath really slow, because we're really focusing on what the feet have to do to accommodate this movement. There's a lot of shifting and moving with the feet that has to happen side to side. Exhale, inhale up, exhale, bend into your right knee. Inhale, exhale, left knee. Inhale. One more time each side. Inhale, and back down. All right, come back up to the center. And now give the legs a break, coming to the middle here. Okay, stand over on the end of your mat or your space. I'm not on a mat. You don't have to have a mat for this. It's up to you, of course. And we stand here with the feet about hips width apart. And now we did this stepping out to a side lunge. We're going to do it now from this orientation so that we're stepping behind the body. And so you'll lift your left knee up, balance here, and now step a big step back with this leg into a lunge and then pivot to come into reaching warrior. So that's how we start the sequence. Let's do the same thing on the second side. Standing up, lift up your right knee, inhale the breath, exhale, big step back, lunge and pivot, left hand forward, right knee forward. Standing up, inhale, left knee up, big step back, reaching warrior. Good. Come back up, stand, inhale, right knee up, big step back, pivot, reaching warrior. And come back up. And now, taking your left knee up, inhale, big step back, exhale, reaching warrior. We do this 3 times. 1, back up to the center, second time, and then back to the first side. So 3 times, reaching warrior. And now we'll pop up to standing, but have this back knee lifted. Standing on your left leg, right knee up, and bring the leg down. Now, right knee up, inhale, big step back, reaching warrior to the opposite side, back up to the center, switch sides, third side. And now, getting ready for the balance, hands to the hips, left knee up, and slowly bring it back down. All right, same thing, left knee up, inhale, step it back, switch sides, reaching warrior, inhale, second side, and your hand that's on your hip could alternatively come back. If it feels all right to you, if it feels all right in your shoulder. Otherwise, you can just keep it on the hip. And back up to the center, third side, and now come up to balance, right knee up, and bring it down. Last side, right knee, big step, reaching warrior, left hand forward, right knee forward. Inhale, second side. Inhale, third side. Pop it up to balance, left knee up, hands on the hips, and settle it down. And now bringing it into those low side lunges, left knee up, inhale. Now I'm going to take a big step back and we're going to land in that low lunge. Good. And now pop it back up to get back where we started. 1, 2, 3, and pop. And so it's the same thing we were doing before, but with this extra pivot, which makes it a little harder. So before we were doing it like this, staying forward. Now we have this extra pivot, which is a little feat of balance. We'll try it one more time, or we'll try it a couple more times. Left knee up, inhale. Big step back to that low side lunge. And your torso, again, can be pitched forward as much as you want here. Now get ready to pop back up. 1, 2, 3, pop. Left knee up, and bring it down to the ground. One last time on this side. Left knee up. Big step out, low lunge, pitch the torso forward, booties can point back. And 1, 2, 3, pop it up. Yes, whoa. And back down. All right, and now to the other side. So standing on the opposite side, lifting your right knee. Inhale the breath. And side lunge, big step out, bend into your right knee. Pitch the torso forward, send the booty back, and now pop it up for after 3. 1, 2, 3, pop up. Facing the side. And step it back out. Low lunge, side lunge. 1, 2, 3, pop it up. Settle the feet down. And then one more time, right knee up, inhale. Big step out, land in that side lunge. 1, 2, 3, pop it up. Great. And both feet to the ground. Okay. So be continuing to add on to this, starting having your legs back to that hips width distance where we started our side lunges, and we come into this right knee. Let's add some arms to this low lunge over the right knee. So the hands come, or the right hand comes behind you, right hand behind you, left hand in front, and it's like a speed skater position. And come back up through the center, same thing, second side. And as you do this, again, angle the feet out or forward or whatever direction helps you to do this. Back to the first side. And a little nuance here is that the gaze is away from the direction your body is moving. So you're looking to the left, and that's why this is called a retreat. Your whole body's moving back to the second side, but you're gazing back there. Your attention is there. You're retreating from something over there on your right side. Same thing, first side. And if you want here, you could let these toes lift up. That's up to you. You can always mess around with these angles. And second side. Retreat, looking to the left. Now you can always do this more mellow. Let's try it one more time, just more mellow with narrower feet. And then this is what a more mellow version of this will look like. And then back to the first side. You can do this whole sequence quite a bit more gentle by narrowing the stance and just not coming quite as low. So balancing over or standing over on your right side. And now let's add to this sequence that we started building. Lift your left knee up, inhale. Take a big step back to the reaching warrior, flipping sides, right arm forward. And 2 more times, reaching warrior. Third reaching warrior. Now we're going to move into that side lunge from here. So the arms come away from each other in a T, and it's like they're a sprinkler arms shooting around as you come into the side lunge and into the speed skater or retreat pose, gazing over the left. And now we'll pop up onto this leg. 1, 2, 3, pop and pivot. Hands on the hips, take the leg down. Same thing, second side, right knee up. And stepping back, reaching warrior over your right leg. Second side, and the third side. And now the arms spread out away from each other, sprinkler arms coming into the retreat pose. Right hand scoops in front of you. Left hand is behind you a few inches above the sacrum, and you're gazing out over your right arm. Yeah. And now we'll pop it up over onto that standing leg at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, pop. Hands on the hips. And come back to standing. Okay, so we are almost there. We've just got to add some arms and a couple more movements that are not too hard. So let's do it. Left knee up. Now the arms circle here. So we're balancing and circling the arms around, gathering the chi from above, and letting it pour down through the head, through the spine. Once you get to about heart level, big step back, and the warrior, the reaching warrior, expands from the heart. So the hands expand the energy that you just collected in your heart, right? And we bring it up to center, and then the second side, continuing to expand from the heart. The hands come in, they bring this energy to the heart, and then again, third time, last time, press it out. And now the rotation of the arms to bring us into the side lunge, the retreat, looking left. Now, before we pop up, we have two more things to do. A big circle, circling with the hands hovering above the ground, over the other leg. So you're in a side lunge here. You just pass right through the side lunge, up through a star pose, and then down into the retreat for a second time. So we're here twice in the sequence. And now we get to pop up. 1, 2, 3, pop it up, and add the arms. Circle them around. It's a lot for the balance. And practice, practice, practice. Both hands come to the ground. And now settle the chi all the way down through the heart, all the way to the belly. All right, second time. Right knee up, circle the arms, gather the chi, and let it pour down through the head and into the heart. From the heart, reaching warrior. Whoo. You can imagine you've got a fireball or just this really a live ball of energy coming through the center, second side. And then the third side. Yeah. And now your speed skater pose. Keep the hips low if you want. You can do that by pitching your torso forward. And now, scoop the right hand in front of you, left hand behind. Make your big circle here. Hands hover above the ground. Keep the hips low, keep the heart low. Big circle, whoo. And then down into the speed skater second time, the retreat. Gazing to your right. Getting ready to pop it up. 1, 2, 3, pop. Left knee up. Circle the arms. Find your balance and circle the arms. Let the hands settle the chi down through the head, through the heart, and all the way to the belly as both feet find the earth. All right, let's do the whole thing on each side once again. Left knee up, circle the arms, and take a big step back, reaching warrior. Right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale, second side. Inhale to the third side. And now taking it down to the retreat pose, and it's like you're dancing with someone who's over there on your left side. You're saying, do I or do I not want to dance with you? And now this big circle is like, okay, let's dance. Let's do this. And then, well, maybe not. Maybe not. And then as we come up to pop, we're just going to meet with that partner. We're ready to engage. 1, 2, 3, do it. Spread the arms. Here we are in the dance. And settle the chi down through the head. Here we are in the dance with the energy of life, right? Settle it down through the spine to the belly. Okay, second side with the visualization. So the dance partner is back here behind the body, right? And so lifting the right knee up, saying, I know you're there. I'm just pretending for a second that I don't know you're there. And circle the arms over the head, inhale, and bring the chi down through the head and to the heart, and saying, okay, hello, engaging. This is your first engagement with your dance partner. And then, maybe I don't like you enough to dance. I think I'll find someone else to dance with. And then, oh, okay, well, maybe you're all right. Let's dance. So there we go. It's like this teasing thing, right? And now we take the arms into this circle position, but keep the gaze here. I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about dancing with you as I come into this retreat. And then the big circle, okay, maybe, and maybe not, into the second retreat. And now 1, 2, 3, pop it up, and we're dancing, circling the arms and settling the chi down through the head, through the heart, and to the belly. And now last time, I'll just move through this with no words, and you can follow my movements. You can back it up if you need a little bit more repetitions with the instruction. But here we go. Coming back to center. That's our warrior flow tutorial, finishing with a 1-minute standing meditation to feel what has happened in the body after doing this practice with all the lunges, lots of power, moving through the legs, the thighs, the glutes. Feeling the power at this core of your body. Feel the blood flowing. Feel the warmth in the muscles. Feel the breath pumping. Namaste. I hope that practice worked for you. Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear how it went. Was it too fast? Was it too slow? How are these movements feeling in your body? Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this practice, and if you did, please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment down below. I love to hear from people who made it to the end to hear what you thought of the practice. Also, check out my other Yin Yoga videos, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for joining.